Hey, what's going on? This video is for small business owners. I've been very active and vocal in a couple local groups for Chicago, Naperville, Aurora. Some of you guys may have seen my videos. But I asked a question in the group, and it taught me a lot about small business owners. And it pretty much was what business you're in. That was it. And for the most part, it started off right where people would put HVAC business, plumbing business, whatever, just simple terms. And then I went around and I trolled every person that commented and asked them more questions. What area? What's your specialty? That kind of thing. Because one of the biggest mistakes that small business owners do, especially when they're starting off, and a lot of them don't have tons of money, so they start trying to promote and expose their group or their name and their business in groups. So anytime someone says something about groups or something about owning a business or what business you're in, people are quick to comment and put in the comments what they want. Well, the problem with that strategy or that scenario is that dropping links doesn't say anything about your business. Plus, you got to assume that dropping a link out of all the people that are seeing this post, that they're going to actually go to your link and then check out what you have and then come back later to make a purchase. Not going to happen. Plus, if 100 and some people commented on that one thread, the chances of them seeing your business is slim to none. So I went back and started trolling everybody, asking questions. What group you're in? What's up, Jessica? What location are you located? What's your service? What areas do you service? Because you got to be more clear. You can't just post a link to your website and hope people will go there. They're not going to. You got to be very specific. Hey, I service this area. I've been around for this many years. We specialize in X, Y, Z. And a lot of businesses don't do that because they don't even spend the time to figure out where most of their customers are coming from. So, like, for example, I just met with a client right now, and we were working on her foot care, soul care business, where she mainly, a lot of it is doing pedicures for people that have diabetes or diabetics. And, if you didn't say that, if I just said foot care, then I would be like just everyone else and pretty much doing foot care. I have to be very specific. What kind of foot care? What do I specialize in? What area am I located on? Do I have any offers right now? What is typically the demographic that I'm marketing to? That kind of thing. Most business owners don't do that. So if you want to, and I know most business owners are not going to do this, if you want to get known in the groups throughout the area, you got to do more video. You got to be more specific. You got to have more offers. You can't just send people to your website because, again, the person has to go to your website 7 times before they make a purchase. I don't know if you knew that. And odds are when they go to your website, a lot of times what a lot of business owners do is they invest tons of money in websites that are kind of like internet brochures where it's like a business card online. About us, this is what we do, blah, blah, blah. Okay, all good, but still not enough. You got to be very specific because you're competing with other people that do exactly the same thing that you do. So then what are the benefits or what am I specializing? Just because I do carpentry work, what areas? Because there might be 2 guys that commented on that. What areas? So that they know, okay, well, this guy's for this area, right? So anyways, next thing that business owners dropped the ball on pre-COVID, and hopefully they fix this post-COVID, is they don't try to own their zip code. A lot of small business owners stretch themselves thin where they're trying to service every single area known to man. But sometimes a lot of the businesses, like I'll give you an example. I had a client one time that did moving, and he was on Home Advisor, okay? He was pretty much working at Home Advisor, doing advertising on Home Advisor. I went in, looked at his ads, just did a couple common sense things. Okay, well, we're getting leads from here and leads from here. Which ones are converting into clients? Which ones are actually becoming paid money? Well, these leads are. Okay, well, why are these leads not? Well, usually these leads are farther from us, so they're not located in the area that we service. We'll still go to them, but it's not as profitable than someone local. Okay, so then let me ask you a question. Why are we spending $300 to go towards the leads that are converting? And why are we spending $300 to leads that are not converting? Why not just turn off the section of the leads that not converting, take that $300 and put it into the $600 in where it's being converted and get more exposure in that ad base? Common sense, right? Too many business owners are trying to focus and service every area than rather focusing on just the area at hand. If I'm out of Naperville, probably the most profitable business dealings I'm having are in Naperville or within the cities around me, period. I will service people out of this area, but I don't want to get known for that, because now I'm going to get calls from a lot of areas that are not in my area, not profitable to me. Doesn't make any sense. So one of the things that small business owners drop the ball on is they're not trying to own their zip code. Right now, if you're marketing, advertising, promoting, endorsing yourself, you should be focused only in the areas that you're most likely going to service and that are the best bet for you. So like right now, I'm working with a client. She already had clients coming from other areas, and now we created an ad for her, but she said, I want to get more local. So then let's focus on a 25-mile radius from this area. And then once we get that area locked down, we're going to see where most people are coming from, and maybe we can narrow it down smaller. Because all we're trying to do is get to find out who's the best qualified person that would buy from me, who are more likely to use my products or services. And then so that when I do get a phone call or when I do go to do an appointment, this is a person that already wants to buy. It isn't a person that I have to waste time with and kind of weed them out and figure out, hey, I can't help that person. Business owners don't do that. There has to be some kind of system implementing or some kind of thing you're doing that's trying to just own your zip code. Now for me, I'm an online business. I do online and I help online. So I get customers from everywhere. But if I was to focus on a local business, if I was trying to just focus on local people here, then I might want to be more vocal in groups. I might want to be more vocal on Facebook ads. I might want to be more vocal on maybe some LinkedIn ads, possibly, depending on my return on investment. You guys get it. So stop dropping links with no specific of who you are or where you service or what your specialty is. Focus. Number 2 is focus on your area. Own your zip code. Own your zip code before you try to take on the world. Because army everywhere is army nowhere. Focus on where your energy and time is, where you are more likely to get customers, and who are more profitable, right? Period. Number 3, biggest problem that business owners, they drop the ball, small business owners, they don't have a back-end offer. A lot of times, small business owners, they will use services like Groupon. So then they'll go use a service like Groupon, and they'll get customers out of it, but then they're giving tons of the profit to Groupon. Then when the people that come to your product or use your service, they're probably the people that are only going to use your service once, but that also has a lot to do with you didn't have a back-end offer, or you didn't have some kind of system that all these people coming in, how do we make them repeat business? Because there's no point of spending much energy and time trying to find new business. Then once you get the new business, you're not trying to keep that business so that they keep coming back, right? And that's an example of a Groupon, because a lot of business owners will use Groupon because, it's going to get my name out there, which is bad. I'm going to get more exposure to the people local. Yeah, but they're also only doing is they're rounding up, they're herding up the most cheapest people that are just looking for discounts, that are probably never going to use your service again. Let's just say you're a massage therapist. They'll probably use you once because you had the offer, but they're probably not going to use it again. They're going to go look for another massage therapist. So you're not looking for cheap people looking for discounts. You're looking for people that are loyal to a brand and that will continue to come back and want to refer you to people. You're looking for people that are tired of finding crappy business and looking for a legitimate business like yourself that is honest, that does what they say they're going to do, that doesn't have any hidden costs or BS, and just work with you and work with you again. So business owners, if you're going to have another outside entity get you traffic, make sure that when you actually get the people in the door, you have some kind of back-end offer, or you have some kind of offer for them to buy from you again, or you give them the opportunity to buy from you again. Because if you don't, they will go again. Because most business owners are not trained, or most businesses are not training their customer base to make sure they're the only ones they go to, not trying to go to a million different options. Because again, then you're stretching yourself, then you're competing with everybody rather than just competing within a niche area. Okay, number 4. A lot of small business owners drop the ball because they're spending tons of money on SEO. You know what SEO is? It's search engine optimization. They pay people to manipulate and use words in their website so that they can be on page 1. But if your website doesn't get you calls already, and if your website doesn't currently get you any kind of business at all, it might not be good to spend money to send them somewhere they're not going to do any business with you regardless, right? So the idea is I spend a bunch of money on search engine optimization. I get my page, my website linked to page 1, which slim to none never happens. And even if it does happen, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get more business. Just because you're on page 1 doesn't mean they're going to call you, right? The only time they call you is if you have an offer. Hey, the next 10 people that call get a $10 off their next offer, or 10%, or free oil change with an offer of X, right? There's got to be something to make me call now, to take action now. But most people that own a businesses think, okay, I just got to get some flyers, some material, get some printers, maybe put a car wrap, maybe have a website that kind of tells what we do, but it never has any kind of offer. It doesn't give them a sense of urgency to call right now. It doesn't tell them to do anything right now. It's just kind of saying, hey, I just want to let you know we're here. Great. Who cares? Because you could be the only Mexican restaurant in Naperville no one goes to because they don't see you anywhere. You just assume opening your store in that location that you're going to get enough drive-by traffic that people will come in. No. Then they'll go do, most of the reason why people do Clipper magazine or even look at any kind of magazine or Valpax is we, as the people, are just looking for discounts on the free stuff, right? Hey, I'm okay with making an offer and break even, lose money on an offer as long as there's a back end. That's all I'm trying to say. So don't get caught up spending tons of money on SEO to get more traffic to your website when I want more, not just so I want more traffic to my website, I want local traffic to my website. I want local people to see me. I want local people to know that I'm here. There's no point in me marketing to the whole the whole state of Illinois when I only need the attention from the people that are around me. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Because that's how you guys start getting better at making decisions for your business. And you don't become an advertisement victim where a lot of these people will come in and sell you the world and not. Last but not least, networking events. Now, I'm creating a group for business owners. So if you're a small business owner in the area of Naperville, Aurora, or in any of these suburbs, you're mainly Naperville, Aurora, inbox me so you can be part of that group. And it's not a networking group. It's going to be a straight business group that we meet once a month discussing business. Everything from legal to marketing to advertising to employees to everything you name it. So number 5 is networking events. But don't waste time going to networking events. I used to host networking events. I don't advise business owners to go to networking events. I was having a conversation with my client that does foot care, talking about networking events, and we were having a debate about it. Like, hey, if I'm going to a networking event with people that are going to be in the room that are more likely to buy from me, okay, if I'm going to rent a table to be at an event and most of the people that are going to be there are going to be potentially the client that I would get anyways, fine. But that's not how it ends up happening. What ends up happening, business owners spend money on tables, they spend money on going to networking events, or just their time in general to go meet with other people in a room full of other people trying to sell you. Doesn't make any sense. I would rather, then you got the leads groups where a lot of people will spend money to be part of leads groups where the premise is people are supposed to bring you leads when they come. Even if that worked, it's such a small scale, it wouldn't make sense. You're only really joining this group probably to be connected to people local and have friends. If you're doing it to just be connected to local people, that's not the reason to get in it. You want to be part of a group of business owners that are there just to stop BSing around and learn from each other how to make money. How I can be better on advertising this, what vendors to use, what I shouldn't use. Is Groupon a great option? What are the bad things about it? No one talks about it because business owners don't really hang out. They do their work and then they go home and that's it. They never try to get outside training. They never try to get any outside resources, reading, trying to keep up on what's going on. They just kind of just fall into their lap and sometimes get screwed, not because of their own problem, but because they didn't know any better. A lot of small business owners I meet don't know how to get started on social media, don't know how to get started in the advertisement game, and that's why I created my firm. So, but for me, if I'm talking to a business owner, sure, you go to networking events. Not unless you're trying to meet people locally and trying to be connected, because do you really think by going to this networking event that all of a sudden piles of business is going to come in? Probably not. Do you think the 20 people that collected your business card there, the first thing they're going to think about is your service when they're trying to buy? Probably not. So, is it worth it? In my opinion, no. No. If you're a small business owner, you only need to focus on your surrounding areas, right? Then once I know who my surrounding areas is, which is pretty simple, then I got to know who are more likely going to buy from me. Homeowner, single, married, I got to know all these things. Because then that gives me a better footprint on what I should be doing online or what I should be promoting and how I should be promoting my business. So to recap, guys, hope you learned, we're creating a local group for business owners. If you want in on it, let us know. You got to be voted in. You got to get in. What's up, Courtney? So here's a recap of small business owners that drop the ball. They drop links. They drop links in groups thinking that's going to get in business with no specific what it is, what it's for. Also, when you drop links, you're assuming that people are actually going to actually click on it and call you. Probably not. Number 2, biggest mistake small business owners do is they don't focus on their zip code. They're trying to get marketed everywhere in the world, but when they should just be focused on their zip code, own their zip code. Number 2. Number 3, if you don't have a back-end offer, if you got people coming through the door and you spent money to get people in the door, and you don't have a way for them to want to do repeat business with you, or something to offer them they can buy for next time, or if you offer some kind of service that's a one-time deal, but it is something they should do ongoing, then you might want to sell it in a bulk, get 10 now, and you pay a discount, right? So you got to have a back-end offer, no matter where you're advertising or how you're getting business in. You should have building your database of people that already go to you, and keeping them coming back, because then that's how you keep a business thriving, scale it, etc. Number 4, stop spending money on SEO, search engine optimization, because if you're trying to spend money to get more traffic to your website, that's fine, but it also depends on the traffic. And then if I do get traffic to it, am I getting calls? And then if I'm getting calls, how many calls, and how much of it were sales calls, and how many turned into money? And then I got to look at all of that and say, was that even worth it? Probably not. So I don't promote SEO. And last but not least is don't waste time networking and trying to get known in the community, because trust me, people going to these events usually are trying to sell. Not all, most. So it's really not a place to get business. If you want to get more traffic to your business, then you should be marketing and advertising to your local community. You should be advertising and marketing to your demographic, who are more likely to buy from you. You don't want to be in a Clipper magazine selling home repair when basically 80% of the people that are seeing that ad are in apartments. These are questions that most business owners don't ask. Hopefully you guys learned from this video. Hopefully you guys got some value. Hit me up if you want to be part of our local group that's for business owners, small business owner only. We're probably going to cap out at a certain number. So if that's you, inbox me, hit me up, make a comment below, tell me what you thought of this information, and also let me know if it helped. Talk to y'all later.